Forget everything you think you know about building a home. What if I told you there's a barndominium design where the garage isn't just an afterthought, but the actual star of the show? A design where you can park an RV, install a car lift, run a business, and still have a comfortable home attached, all under one sloped roof that saves you thousands in construction costs? I'm talking about the Garage First Single Slope Barndominium. And after watching this video, you might never look at traditional home design the same way again. Stay with me because we're breaking down real costs, showing you the high wall strategy that changes everything, and revealing why this design is crushing it with resale value in 2026. But before we dive in, if you're serious about alternative housing and want honest breakdowns like this, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. You won't want to miss what's coming. Now let's get into it. What is the Garage First Single Slope design? Here's the concept. In a traditional home, the garage is that cramped box where you can barely open your car doors. It's 20 by 20 feet if you're lucky, maybe fits 2 cars if you don't breathe, and forget about having any workspace. Tools get shoved in corners, seasonal stuff piles up, and most people end up parking outside anyway. The Garage First Single Slope Barndominium flips that entire script. This design treats your workshop, your garage, your makerspace as the priority, and the home becomes the comfortable accessory. We're talking 1,500 to 2,500 square feet of dedicated garage and workshop space with 6-foot ceilings, room for car lifts, RV storage, full wood shops, welding bays, or whatever your passion demands. The single slope roof is key here. Instead of a traditional peaked roof that costs more to frame and wastes interior volume, you've got one continuous slope from a high wall on one side, dropping down to a lower wall on the other. This creates a brilliant opportunity. Put your massive garage on the tall 6-foot side where you need the height for lifts, RVs, and equipment storage. Put your living quarters on the lower 10 to 2-foot side where you don't need vaulted ceilings in every bedroom, which saves you money on heating and cooling. This isn't just clever design, it's strategic cost management that puts your money where you'll actually use it. The high wall strategy? This is the game changer. Let me break down why the high wall strategy matters so much. When you're building a single slope barndominium, you're choosing where to put your ceiling height and where to save money. Most people waste this opportunity. They either make the whole building tall, which jacks up heating and cooling costs forever, or they make it all low, which limits functionality. The smart move is putting that 6-foot wall exactly where you need it on the garage side. Here's what that gets you. First, car lifts require 14 to 16 feet of clearance, minimum. With a 6-foot tall wall, you can install a 2-post or 4-post lift and still have workspace above and below. That's a game changer for anyone doing vehicle maintenance, restorations, or running an automotive business. Second, RV and boat storage. A Class A motorhome can be 12 to 13 feet tall. A boat on a trailer can hit 10 to 12 feet. With 6-foot ceilings, you're not squeezing things in. You've got real clearance and room to work around your toys. Third, mezzanine storage potential. That 6-foot height lets you add a storage loft above part of your garage without feeling cramped below. You can store seasonal items, parts, inventory, or rarely used equipment up top while keeping your main floor open for active work. Fourth, ventilation and air quality. Tall ceilings in a workshop mean better air circulation, which matters if you're welding, painting, or working with any fumes or dust. Heat rises, so that extra volume helps manage temperature too. Now, here's the brilliant part. On the living side, with the 10 to 2-foot wall, you don't need that height. Bedrooms, bathrooms, and kitchens function perfectly with standard ceiling heights. By keeping this side lower, you're reducing the volume of space you need to heat and cool by 30 to 40% compared to making the whole building 16 feet tall. That translates to lower HVAC installation costs, smaller monthly utility bills, and a more comfortable living environment year-round. This is what I call strategic volume management. You're putting cubic footage where it serves a purpose and cutting it where it doesn't. Real costs. The numbers that matter in 2026. All right, let's talk money because this is where the Garage First Single Slope design really proves itself. I'm giving you 2026 pricing based on current market data. For a 50 by 80 single slope barndominium with 4,000 square feet total, here's a realistic breakdown. Let's split it 2,500 square feet of garage and workshop on the high wall side and 1,500 square feet of living space on the low wall side. Shell costs include building kit with single slope roof at $52,000 to $78,000, end walls with large overhead doors on garage side at $15,000 to $22,000, foundation with reinforced garage floor at $24,000 to $36,000, and professional assembly at $18,000 to $28,000. Your shell total runs $109,000 to $164,000. Garage and workshop space at 2,500 square feet costs approximately $100,000 to $137,500. This includes spray foam insulation at $7,500 to $12,500, concrete floor finishing and ceiling at $7,500 to $10,000, electrical with 220-volt service and 150-amp subpanel at $15,000 to $22,000, 312 by 14 overhead doors at $12,000 to $18,000, LED lighting system at 100 watts per square foot, costing $6,000 to $9,000, HVAC or climate control for workshop at $8,000 to $15,000, and interior wall finishing basic at $10,000 to $15,000. Living space at 1,500 square feet costs approximately $142,500 to $195,000. This includes spray foam insulation at $4,500 to $7,500, interior framing and drywall at $21,000 to $28,000, flooring throughout at $12,000 to $18,000, kitchen and appliances at $25,000 to $40,000, 2 bathrooms complete at $20,000 to $30,000, electrical residential at $10,000 to $15,000, plumbing systems at $12,000 to $18,000, HVAC residential system at $10,000 to $15,000, doors, trim, and paint at $8,000 to $12,000, and cabinets and fixtures at $20,000 to $28,000. Additional costs include permits and engineering at $4,000 to $6,000, well and septic for rural property at $20,000 to $30,000, driveway and site work at $10,000 to $18,000, and landscaping basic at $5,000 to $8,000, totaling $39,000 to $62,000. Your grand total comes to $390,500 to $558,500. That's approximately $98 to $140 per square foot for a complete turnkey build. Compare this to building a traditional 1,500 square foot home at $225,000 to $375,000, plus a separate 2,500 square foot workshop at $200,000 to $300,000. Separate construction would cost you $425,000 to $675,000. You're saving $35,000 to $117,000 by integrating everything under one single slope roof. The maker demographic. Why this adds massive resale value. Now let's talk about something most people building homes completely miss: the buyer pool and resale value. Traditional real estate agents will tell you that barndominiums are hard to sell, that they appeal to a narrow market, that you're taking a risk. And you know what? They're partially right, but only if you build generic. The garage-first single-slope design with serious workshop space taps into what I call the maker demographic, and this group is exploding in 2026. Who are makers? Small business owners running operations from home, auto enthusiasts and restorers, woodworkers and furniture builders, welders and metal fabricators, content creators who need studio and storage space, RV owners and overlanders, boat owners, collectors of vehicles or equipment, people running side hustles that require real workspace. According to 2026 real estate data, properties with functional workshop space over 1,000 square feet are selling 15 to 25% faster in rural and semi-rural markets than comparable homes without shops. Why? Because the cost to add that space after buying a traditional home is prohibitive. Building a quality detached 2,000 square foot shop after you buy a house costs $160,000 to $240,000 minimum in 2026, and that's if zoning even allows it. When you list a garage-first barndominium, you're not competing with every suburban 3-bedroom, 2-bath. You're in a completely different category, a category with way less competition and buyers who understand exactly what they're getting. These buyers will pay premium prices for turnkey workshop space because they know the alternative is years of permits, construction headaches, and six-figure budgets. Real-world example from Texas in early 2026, a 4,200 square foot single-slope barndominium with 2,800 square feet of garage and workshop listed at $485,000. It sold in 18 days for $492,000, $7,000 over asking. The buyer ran a custom motorcycle business and had been looking for 2 years. 3 other builders bid against each other because that property solved a problem they couldn't solve by buying traditional real estate. That's the power of building for a specific buyer demographic. Instead of trying to appeal to everyone, design advantages beyond just space. Let me give you some design advantages of the single-slope garage-first layout that people don't think about until they're living in one. First, direct access from living to working. You design a connecting door from your mudroom or laundry room straight into the shop. No more going outside in winter to access your tools. This sounds simple, but it's life-changing when you're working on projects and need to grab something or clean up before coming into the house. Second, shared utility efficiency. Your electrical service, your water lines, your internet, everything runs to one structure. You're not trenching utilities 50 feet across your property to a detached shop. This saves $8,000 to $15,000 in initial costs and simplifies maintenance forever. Third, security and convenience. Everything valuable is under one roof and one security system. Your tools, your vehicles, your home, all protected together. Compare that to a detached shop where you're running separate security, separate insurance, separate everything. Fourth, the single-slope roof is cheaper to build and easier to maintain than complex multi-peak designs. Fewer valleys means fewer potential leak points. Simpler framing means faster construction and lower labor costs. If you ever need to add solar panels, you've got one long, continuous south-facing slope that's perfect for maximum sun exposure. Fifth, future expansion is straightforward. Want to extend your shop? You add length to the building without changing the roof design. Want to add a covered porch on the living side? Easy lean-to addition. The simple rectangular footprint with single slope gives you expansion options that complicated roof lines don't allow. Real layout examples. Let me walk you through some real layout examples so you can visualize this. Example 1. The automotive enthusiast build. 60 by 75 building, total 4,500 square feet. Garage side gets 3,000 square feet with 3 bays. Bay 1 has a 4-post lift for vehicle storage. Bay 2 has a 2-post lift for active work. Bay 3 is open for daily driver parking and project space. Living side gets 1,500 square feet, 2 bedrooms, 2 baths, open kitchen, and living room. Estimated cost $420,000 to $580,000 turnkey. Example 2, the woodworker and content creator setup. 50 by 70 building, total 3,500 square feet. Workshop side gets 2,200 square feet laid out with dust collection system, table saw station, assembly area, lumber storage, and a filming corner for YouTube content. Living side gets 1,300 square feet, 1 bedroom, 1.5 baths, office space, and open living area. Estimated cost $350,000 to $480,000 turnkey. Example 3. The small business operator. 70 by 80 building, total 5,600 square feet. Business side gets 3,800 square feet set up for whatever operation you run, equipment storage, client meeting area, shipping, and receiving zone. Living side gets 1,800 square feet, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, home office, comfortable living. Estimated cost $530,000 to $720,000 turnkey. In every case, you're getting legitimate commercial-grade workspace integrated with quality residential living for 30 to 40% less than building separately. Financing and building timeline. Let's talk practicalities. Financing a barndominium in 2026 is easier than it was 5 years ago, but it's still not as simple as traditional home loan. Your best options are construction loans from local banks or credit unions, especially agricultural lenders who understand metal buildings. USDA rural development loans if you qualify and your property is in an eligible area. Cash builds done in phases, shell first then finish over time. In some specialized barndominium lenders, though rates may be slightly higher, expect to put down 20 to 25% for construction financing. The good news is, once it's built and appraised, you can often refinance into a conventional mortgage if the appraisal comes in strong. Timeline-wise, a single slope design builds faster than complex roof structures. Foundation to weather-tight shell can be done in 4 to 8 weeks. Full interior finish adds another 12 to 20 weeks, depending on your finish level and whether you're doing some work yourself. Total timeline from breaking ground to move-in averages 5 to 8 months, compared to 9 to 14 months for traditional stick-built homes of similar size. The honest challenges. Now, I'm going to be straight with you about the challenges because I promised an honest breakdown. Challenge 1, zoning restrictions. Some counties and HOAs don't allow metal buildings for residential use. You must check before buying land. This is non-negotiable. Call the building department and ask specifically about barndominium or metal residential structures. Challenge 2. Some lenders are still hesitant. You'll need to shop around and be prepared to provide detailed plans and cost breakdowns. Local lenders are usually more flexible than big national banks. Challenge 3. Resale works best in the right markets. Rural and semi-rural areas with 5+ acres, great market. Suburban subdivisions, much harder. You need to build where the land supports the lifestyle. Challenge 4. Heating and cooling that large garage space costs money if you want climate control. Budget for it or plan to only heat and cool when you're actively working. Many people keep the shop at 50 to 55 degrees in winter, which is enough to work comfortably without breaking the bank. Challenge 5. Appraisals can be tricky if there aren't comparable sales nearby. Work with appraisers who have experience with barndominium and agricultural properties. Having detailed cost breakdowns helps justify your value. So is the garage for a single slope barndominium right for you? Here's how to know. This is perfect for you if you need serious workshop or garage space for business, hobbies, or storage. You value function over conformity and don't care about impressing suburban neighbors. You're building on rural or semi-rural property with flexible zoning. You understand the maker demographic and want a property that sells to buyers who get it. You want to maximize space while minimizing construction costs. This might not be for you if you're in a restrictive HOA or urban area. You want easy traditional financing with zero complications. You need the home to appeal to the broadest possible buyer pool for quick resale in any market. You don't actually need or want that much garage space and would rather have a larger living area. My bottom line is this. The Garage First Single Slope Barndominium represents one of the smartest designs for anyone who truly uses workshop space. You're not just building a house, you're building a lifestyle property that serves how you actually live and work. The cost savings are real, the functionality is unmatched, and the resale value to the right buyer is phenomenal. If your garage has always felt like an afterthought, if you've dreamed of a real workshop where you can build, fix, create, or run a business without limitations, this design deserves your serious consideration. If you found this breakdown valuable, smash that like button and subscribe for more honest deep dives into alternative housing. Drop a comment below and tell me, what would you do with 2,000 square feet of workshop space? Are you team garage first or team house first? Let's hear it. And if you're seriously planning a build, check the description for links to builders specializing in single slope, barndominiums, and financing resources that actually work in 2026. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one where we're breaking down dome barndominiums. You won't want to miss it.